I spent some time in the park yesterday and I decided to make another video just so that you could um, get a closer look at these birds' beaks. And what I've done is I've slowed down the footage so that you can take a better look at how the color's changing. And what I've done at the end of this video is I've inserted a montage of photos so that you can see a comparison of what these birds looked like when they were really small, like chicks, and how they've developed over time. And yeah, like there's been a lot of changes that have taken place, but the development of their beaks is the most noticeable change that's taking place right now. Um, I think their wings have actually fully developed, and I think I've discussed that in the previous video. I don't really want to spend this whole video talking because I have inserted a montage at the end where you can see a comparison, but you can see here that this bird's beak is kind of deepening into more of an orangey hue, which about a week or so ago it was kind of a rusty brown color, and before that it was more of an indigo or a kind of a bluey black kind of color. So they're sort of making a gradual transition, but they're still not quite at the point where they're fully developed yet. Even though they do look a lot like the adults, you can still tell them apart at the moment. So I actually think the biggest development took place in the early stages of their development. That's when they made the most rapid progress, but now it sort of has slowed down a little bit as they're becoming more mature. But I'll just let you listen to these birds and observe them for a moment, and then you'll this video will lead into a montage so that you can make a visual comparison of the stages that they went through as they were maturing. They're still not quite there yet, but I'm still going to be doing weekly updates. So hopefully, as I continue to film these birds, we'll see more progress as we go along. So following on from my last video, I just thought I'd put together a little montage showing just how these birds have developed over the years. I know I'm using some of the same images as I did previously. I just wanted to show what a huge transition they've made from these little young helpless looking chicks that you can see here, and just how their bodies and their heads have changed. Here you can see the gradual color like of their feathers coming through, and here you can see there's quite a drastic difference in their body shape, their coloring, and their beak is starting to develop. And as we progress, here you can see the beak is developing even more, and they look more and more adult in each picture. This is getting quite close to looking like an adult. And these are some that I've taken recently, and I just wanted to show how the colour change has taken place gradually. The last image that we saw was kind of a purplish deep indigo hue, and here we have like a rust brown colour that their beaks have become, and here you can see it from a different angle in direct sunlight as well. And as we progress through, you'll see how it's deepening gradually. and there's a bit more of an orange hue coming through in this image. And you can also see, you have to look fairly closely at that image, but if you go back and pause, you'll see there's some kind of cracked skin along the surface of the beak that shows that the beak is sort of growing through, and it's changing. So it's really the top part of the beak that is changing first, as you can see in these images, but it's becoming gradually brighter and a deeper shade. It's going more towards red than brown, and that's just happened in the space of a week or two. And now you can see, for comparison, some images of adult Pukekos and just how different their beak color is going to be within a few weeks. So